But I did have another partner quite a bit later on who, again, an ex-partner who died. And I cared for him for a period of several months when he was in hospital. And it was, I was one of the executors of his will as well. So, yeah, that really affected me because, as well as the kind of going to hospital regularly, there was quite a lot of emotional kind of support that had to happen. So I think there were four of us who were kind of core group who looked after him and then supported each other around it. One of them being my current partner, husband. We've been together 27 years. He really helped me at that time as well because he obviously knew Jerry, who died at that point, and so yeah, it was a difficult time, but it's a really strange thing because, as I said, it's this numbing period. And this went on for quite a while because you just knew so many people who died. And I didn't have time in myself to mourn them. I feel so strange saying that, but that's the way it was. And then suddenly, like, I don't know exactly when, years later, I really mourned all of them at the same time. It was a real kind of a breakdown moment, where certain things, the way thoughts and conversations went, it all came home all at the same time. I went through years of being strong, and thinking that that's how I'm coping with the emotions and the loss and all the rest of it. And that's how to deal with it, to be strong and carry on. And then it was all too much, and that's when there was a kind of there was a breakdown, but there was a real memory and appreciation of all the people that I had lost, and then of course the remembrance of people who died with HIV continued through the Pride events, etc., and that was always very close to my heart. I say was because especially at that point when it was so important to remember the people very, very publicly as well, to remind everybody else of what's happened. What I'll say is that it's very important still, because so many people, young people who, are out and rightly out and living their lives as gay people. Quite a lot of them are not always aware of what happened in the 80s, and I come across that obviously it's not intentional on their behalf, but they're not always aware of the history of what has happened.